All right, so here we are, day 10. Of course, I'm gonna share like a classic. And this is a really simple game, but it's a great game, and you can even make your own at home. I'll tell you about that in a second. So this is Go Fish, right? We all know how to play Go Fish, right? Do you remember where you find pairs? I got these awesome cards somewhere in California when I was on a trip, and I got them for the plane ride home. And the kids love them. These mine have animals on them, like as opposed to actual fish. So, right, you have, again, vocabulary of the animals. We have to have turn taking with asking, responding to others, okay? And you'd be surprised, right? This is a game I use for my little kids to work on all those very basic skills. My 5th graders love it too. We can have some hardcore Go Fish games, and we use it for working on like sounds at that age. So, but it's still just a connection piece, right? To get you away and doing something else. So another way that I like to make it a little harder is rather than just asking, you know, do you have a bat? I could do it like describing, like, do you have something that has wings, or do you have something that flies? So you could just kind of level it up that way. Do you have something that has a striped tail? Okay, so there's different ways you can, you know, make it a little more complicated to play. Okay, again, with Go Fish, some other good things about it, we're matching, right? One of the earlier skills that we need. The other words, like, right, like when you get a pair, right, that's a word that you need to know that a pair means 2 for math. At the end, when you're comparing to see who wins, we have more and less, right, or most if you have like more than just 2 people playing, okay? You remember who has what, so you're using your memory in that one, maybe a little problem solving for that, trying to like think about who has what and predict what you're gonna ask for. Okay, so those are all great skills. You have to work on recall, right? You're using specific vocabulary for these in Go Fish. And again, like mine are animals. There's some that are just fish, but they're different fish. So again, you can describe them. And you can make your own. So just with note cards and stickers, right? So that it's something that your kids like or kind of different and unique. You just have to make sure you have a pair for each one rather than, you know, 2 that are the same for each. But that's a great way to do it, right? And these, even any card games, I think this can also be rummy, right? Which is, right, just more thinking skills. You have to remember different steps, different rules. If you don't have it, then I have to pick a card. Right, again, more descriptors, different types of animals. We're coming back to thinking about that category, function, attribute, like how we describe the way things look, feel, taste, where they live, what they do, and the category. Again, I go into that a lot more, in a lot more detail and a greater depth in my online course, but this is just some tidbits to get you started, and you should be able to do a lot with that and everything that we did in the last 10 days. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you learned a few little things and tricks of how you can target these skills naturally and just find some new and different ways to connect with your kids, and maybe just like a little refresher, right? Like, oh yeah, I forgot that was in the closet and we never play it, but let's pull it out and try it and see how it goes.